Steph, good afternoon, my man. How's it going?
All good, mate. All good. All good. All
Are you
good.
sure?
Yeah. I mean, for all that don't know, we're actually going to be hosting the podcast this week as well. So we will attempt to not talk about in this video the Cremonese game because obviously that's predominantly going to be spoken about in
Yeah.
the podcast.
And we don't know which coming out first either.
Yeah,
So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, to avoid duplication in this video, we are going to be avoiding that topic in as much as we can. But yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm just there's a lot going on in the ether of the club right now, and it's
a week,
oh,
and literally everything's changed in 1
yeah,
week.
yeah. I mean, we did a video last week. Well, we intended to do a legacy video last week, and we actually did, and on the worst free the worst free transfer markets. And I think you insinuated, oh, hopefully we don't add to it, and I think we're trying to. I think we're trying to add to it.
Yeah,
So,
we really are.
yeah. Which leads us on to what we're going to talk about this week, Lorenzo. Which look, here we are. I mean, the time of recording this video, it's 1 p.m. on Monday, 25th of August, as the transfer market
here in the UK, which is lovely.
Another beautiful day. I can't ask for more for weather, but I can certainly ask more for from an incoming perspective. We still sit here with two major positions not filled at this club. And I think look, we're going to talk about today what we feel like we still need as if we look at this squad as it clearly looks like Allegri's going towards a 3-5-2 or a 3-4-3 at the very least, but certainly going away from a 4-3-3.
Which I think is the wrong decision, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're too late in the day. Just commit to the squad and build it around that formation that you believe is the best chance of our success. But if that's the case, we know there's two main positions that we need to fill, which are
striker and centre back. And I would even argue that actually where my brain's at right now, with this sort of five at the back formations that Allegri's going to be looking at, I think centre back is genuinely the most important.
It's crucial.
It's so important.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
Mate, I mean, it's so many ways it's important. And once again, trying to not look at that Cremonese game, but you can't ignore the facts of what we saw. We don't, obviously, with selling Malik Chow, we've lost all resemblance of a ball-playing centre-back. Obviously, De Winter probably can come in and do a certainly better job than Pavlovic and Tomori. But the fact that those two, it's three positions we have in a back three here at centre-back. We've only got 4 centre-backs as well. That's an imperative issue right now. From a depth 100%. Perspective, we lack the numerical numbers, regardless of not having Europe at all, to be able to have this formation without there being absolute chaos if one player goes down with an injury, or let alone suspension, which could easily happen. Then you go on to the fact that the two, and the issue I haven't got is so much with Gabbia, it's the two centre-backs that obviously flank him, which is Tomori and Pavlovic was clearly the other night, and none of them have got a single IQ and passing ability, and in games when we're dominating possession, just having a calmness or a sense of ball control about an ability about their game is certainly what's needed, let alone the fact that you want a more mature head coming in to be able to manage games, whether we're dominating possession or if we're having to play counter-attack. And yeah, it's just that for me is such a crucial position. Just getting one centre back in to create a sense of balance, at least, that gets us away from chaos. And it just, if you saw the other night, they were just happy to let us have the ball because what's going to be created there, or if anything, you're just going to catch them out when they're in possession. So it's, yeah, I mean, let's talk about the centre back position more. I mean, and we can go on to names. I have a preference of a name, which we can come on to. But what do you think about the centre-back positions right now?
Yeah, I think I'm really angry because we all know that our centre-backs, none of them, we've all agreed that they're all okay. Not one of our centre-backs is a dead-on starter in terms of what they bring to the 11, how they compose themselves, the quality they have on the ball and off the ball. None of them. They're all just fine, right? The problem is no one can disagree with the fact that, like you said at the start, Chow was the best ball playing centre back we had. Okay, the fee we got for him was fantastic. That doesn't bother me at all. Reports, if you believe them, Allegri wanted Chow, maybe because he had a very clear idea that he wanted to do the 5 at the back formation, whether it's the 3-4-3 or 3-5-2, whatever. Why the hell do you get rid of the only defender? And yes, he had his problems. The only defender that allows us to control and build from the back, long passes, spraying it, which you need in a 5 at the back formation. You look at Into and Bastoni. You look at even with Napi. Actually, I think they come from the wings, but it doesn't matter. They've got the outlets in defence. We don't have that. We don't have that. So that's my main concern. My main concern is I just think this is the same issue that I thought would be fixed. Having Tare, having Allegri behind it, either they're suggesting the solutions and they're being ignored, or whatever that disconnect is between the decision makers, which, do not get it twisted, it's still Ferlani that's calling all the shots in terms of who's coming and who's going. Where's the communication? Where is this? How have we had a whole pre-season? We've got no Europe. We know what we're going to be dealing with. How is it that we're, 6 days away from the end of the window, right? And we clearly have absolutely no better position in terms of what we want from a defensive point, which is the most important thing that we need to solve.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, and we'll come on to the striker because there's a point on how even approaching the first Serie A game of the season, we put ourselves in a position where we have one natural number 9. We've gone from having an abundance of full strikers, Morata, Jovic, Camarda, Tammy Abraham. They've all gone, which is, to be honest, if you were to sit here and say how the departures have manifested throughout the summer,
I don't think they've been bad.
They have been mostly, bar Reinders, good. They are the players we knew we needed to send out on loan. They're the players we knew we need to sell, and we have sold well. And we're looking to still sell well out, like players like
200 million.
200 million. And Moose is looking like very closely, as we're making this video, things are moving quite swiftly. Moose is looking very closely to go into Atalanta for just under 30 mil, which is a fucking steal. As in, we'll be making.
As in, we robbed them. Yeah, that's great.
We've robbed them, and I don't give it great. We've sold another player who hasn't scored a single goal for Milan.
Fantastic.
Good riddance. So we've done well from a departure perspective. But what begs the question is, out of everything, and specifically at the centre forward and the centre back positions, how we have failed and been so negligent on preparing for these eventual departures with who we're replacing them with.